Hi, I'm Erin Kennedy with the Retirement Panel. Thanks for being with us. Here we hope to educate retirees and pre-retirees to help them come up with a comprehensive plan for a happy retirement. And I'm so glad to welcome Erick Arnett with Take Point Wealth. Erick, it's good to see you again.
It's great to be here.
It's great to be here for so many reasons, but especially the Valspar PGA Tour.
Yeah.
And this is kind of a homecoming for you. Tell us again, you actually had a job here.
Yeah, this is kind of exciting because I grew up right here in Tampa Bay,
right.
And I actually used to work on this golf course here at Innisbrook at the Valspar. Well, it wasn't the Valspar back then, but so I've actually mowed these greens, raked those bunkers as a young kid, sweated, and so it's super cool to be here. This is exciting.
And how are the greens looking, in your professional opinion?
They look amazing. Yeah, they look good. Yeah,
great.
The ball's rolling nice.
Very good. So I just want to remind everybody watching that Tampa is home for you too.
Yeah.
And so part of you doing what you do right now is the fact that you get to help your community. Tell me about that.
You know, whatever Take Point Wealth Management can always do to help the community. So we're very active in the first responders, you know, wounded warriors, things like that. So it's, you know, I've been here a long time, since I was 15 years old.
Right.
And seeing this community grow, it's been insane to see the growth here. And so to be a part of that is kind of exciting. Mm-hmm. It's also, in a sense, overwhelming. Everybody's coming to Florida. Tons of retirees are coming here. And so there's a lot of people that need help, right? So it's just, people are flooding into Florida every day.
Right.
And so this is a great event here, the Valspar. Puts a lot of money back into the community through charity and whatnot. So it's a huge event for our area, and it seems like it's growing every year. I see more and more people, more and more tents, more and more sponsors. So it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it is fun to see that growth. And so you mentioned a lot of people coming down to Florida to retire. And I know that you are so passionate about what you do, and a big component of that is tax planning for retirees. Why is that so important?
Yeah, I mean, so three things that we really focus on when we're doing our planning with clients is one is tax efficiency, right?
Right.
So that's, you know, tax efficiency, fee efficiency, and risk management. Those are the three most important things, I believe, for retirees. And so tax efficiency is huge. You know, taxes right now are on sale. So currently, under the Trump tax cuts, taxes are much lower than they, you know, potentially will be ever. So in 2026, taxes will sunset. The tax law will sunset, and we don't know what the tax law will be at that point. But with all the money that's being spent, you know, more than likely taxes are going to have to go up. So we feel very strongly, and we talk about it all the time, taxes are on sale. So now's the time to get in and do that tax planning and to create a tax sensitive portfolio. And there's a lot of strategies that you can do, because if you're, you know, most people think when they retire that they're not going to be paying as much in taxes as they were when they were working.
Right.
And that often is not the case. And then you also have taxes on your Social Security. And a lot of people don't understand how that works. So it's really important to come in, sit down with us, and we can show you how your Social Security is going to be affected, how your Medicare is going to be affected. So a lot goes into it, and so we have to be very tax sensitive and do that tax planning. It's so important.
Right. And having that conversation is so important. And I know that you value that relationship that you have with your clients, because as we've talked about before, a lot of these retirees, we're so conditioned to build our nest egg, accumulate. And a lot of us aren't thinking about what's so important, which is that withdrawal market, especially with today's climate and all the market uncertainty.
Yeah, super challenging times. And we're always going to have uncertainty, right? But currently it's very challenging because of that. We have low interest rates.
Right.
So seniors are having a hard time, or retirees are having a hard time generating income off of their portfolios. So now if you do have that income coming out, now you have inflation at record high rates. So we have inflation eating that cash flow. Then if you add taxes on top of that, I mean, you're looking at a big chunk of your savings, you know, slowly eroding if you're not doing that planning. So not having a plan and just kind of winging it and going and just, you know, going to the tax man every year and just kind of paying your taxes and not truly understanding the mechanics of it all, it could really detrimentally hurt you in the long run. So it's really important to keep as much cash in your pocket as possible, right? That's cash flow. And so you have inflation, you have high taxes, and you have low interest rates. It's so hard to generate that income for our clients as it is under this current environment. So if you're adding taxes on top of that and inflation, it's a really challenge. It's challenging. It's difficult to do it on your own.
Right. Yeah. It's not like those days when we could just do that 60-40 portfolio and call it a day.
Yeah, I mean, when I first started in the industry, you could put your money in money market
Right.
and
Right.
get 6%.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to get yelled at by clients like, what's all my money doing in money market? Get that thing invested. You know, now people would kill to have 6% on money market, right?
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's a whole different environment, different times, and so it's just constant, you know, diligence and trying to find what's out there for our clients, what's going to be best for them.
Right. And one other question that I wanted to ask you about, and we've talked about, you know, the name behind Take Point Wealth. You are a veteran.
Right.
And helping veterans is really important to you. Tell me a little bit more about that, please.
Yeah, so near and dear to my heart. I mean, every day I wake up and think about veterans, and
Right.
you know, and so I also did 6 years active duty, disabled combat veteran, and so it's super important to me. It's something that I think about every day, and you know, working with veterans is so important. And when I was trying to brand my company and come up with a name, literally sleepless nights. I mean, you know, my wife was like, what are you doing? I'm up like 3 a.m. trying to figure out what is the name, where am I taking this company? And I thought about people out there listening, you know, people on the radio, seniors, trying to navigate this market and all these things, taxes, everything coming at them. And I'm like, who's leading these people? Like, so I felt like in the military, there was always a soldier that had to step up and take point and take lead in the squad and lead the recon. So, you know, we need to step up and lead our retirees to and through retirement. So take point was kind of a thing that, hey, jump up and take point. You know, so
Right.
it just kind of came to my mind, and I ran it by a friend, I ran it by my wife, and like, that's it.
That's it.
And I literally had hundreds of names, and I
Right.
just couldn't find the
Right.
right one. So I talk about that a lot so people understand what take point means to me. And hopefully it's just, you know, a way to honor soldiers as well.
Eric, I'm sure there's a lot of people watching this and they would love to have your holistic planning and have this conversation we're talking about. What's the best way to get a hold of you?
Yeah, super easy. So if you can just go on your phone and Google Take Point on retirement or Take Point Wealth, my website will come up, and you go to that website, and the top right hand corner, you can just click and set an appointment with me, or 352-616-0511. Give me a call. It's going to be a laid-back chat session, and we'll get to know each other and see if we're a good fit.
That's great. Eric, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It's been great being here.